Hello friends, it's me Doom, and I know you're not used to seeing me like this, however my computer is still under repair. And this is going to be part of a two-part video brought to you by my very first ever product sponsor, which is OddsPro. Specifically, what they want me to cover is the OddsPro Landing Net 39-inch collapsible. As you can see, its easy one-handed operation makes it possible to hold rod and scoop a fish at the same time, which is rather nice, I thought. So yeah. Not to mention, it has a very highly durable net situation, which is nylon coated with rubber. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be checking out and seeing what's in my tackle box and what gear I use. Now, part two of this video is we're going to get to see this guy in action. So that's going to come out tomorrow because I'm going to be fishing tomorrow and I'm going to be catching tomorrow. Which I know if you've seen the last episode, there were no fish. But there will be this time. And I will make it so. Alright, so let's get started. I've got two tackle boxes, two smaller tackle boxes really combined into one. First, I have my primary tackle box. Secondly, I have my Sharps tackle box. So inside tackle box 1, or tackle box prime, or however you want to say it, anything that sits on top of the water stays here. Anything that sinks to the bottom stays here. So let's go ahead and start with the top waters and cranks. Right here is a Booyah Poppin' Pad Crasher. That's the one. Sorry, spoonerism there. What this is a soft frog bait. Basically, it squishes and allows I'm sure you've seen these guys before, allows the hooks to pop up like so whenever it gets bitten. Followed by the Madden, crankbait from, what was that, Strike King? Yeah, Strike King crankbait. So it goes between 2 to 5 feet. Another 2 to 5 footer here is pretty much the exact same thing, but the baby for smaller prey such as crappie and such. And finally, for the top water section, we have the I forgot exactly what this is called, a rooster tail popper smallmouth bass, I don't know, or largemouth bass I guess it would be. Forgot what the pattern is, but yeah, there's that. So heading back down to the things that sink, and get some of this flotilla out of the way, you're going to notice, much like the Pad Crasher, a lot of my gear is Booyah. And here's another piece right here. It's a Booyah spinning jig, or spinner bait, or bass jig, or however you want to call it. Basically, well, I'm not going to be, this isn't a sponsored video for this, I'm not going to put too much description into it. However, it does have a dual blade system, including a Colorado blade to kind of make enough noise to attract bass, which is nice. I have it's another Booyah, but it's well, it's not a fancy one. But I do also have a Fat Albert from, I think it's not Yum, what is it? Zoom. Fat Albert from the Zoom company on there. A little spinning grub situation, 4-inch grub. The guy that you saw in the last video, the Rattle Trap, which saw some line on it for some reason. Sorry, thought I got that all off. Oh, and some gunk. Anyway, it's a little dirty, still need to clean it. But the Rattle Trap you saw from last time, full of beans. Let's see here. Of course, I have your bobbers, which you see every day, the random ball bobbers, as well as a glow-in-the-dark pear-shaped stick float, which is nice, and also another stick float that comes with glow sticks for night fishing. So that's nice. I'll get this guy back on there. I have a couple pre-assembled jigs here. What I'm going to show you right here is one of my favorites. It is the Yum, the Yum 4-inch Dinger Watermelon Pearl Laminate. There we are. That's the one. That's this guy right here. I've got him set up. It's got gunk. Anyway, got him set up on an offset number 3/0 hook. Now what this does is it creates a nearly snagless jig. Although obviously it can still snag there, the hook does not protrude out of the worm, which means you can send this guy through, you know, any kind of snaggages that there might be, which kind of is nice when you head to that place I was last time. These guys saw a lot of service. The way this works, if you've never used an offset hook, is basically the bass will take the entire thing in his mouth and close its mouth and then try to swim away. So when it goes away, yeah, the hook pops out. So you have a bass on a hook instead of a worm on a hook, as is the essence of fishing. So there we go. Get you all reset in there. Now the Yum Dingers also come with a fish attractant oil that's in the bag with them, so I'm going to be resetting them inside the bag. I don't know what it is, but apparently it can cause cancer and reproductive harm. So wear gloves whenever you're pulling a fresh one out, or at least wash your hands. All right, so right here I have a 2-ounce, which is heavier than you might think. At least, I mean, I probably could use 2 of these to create a 4-ounce situation on my big flipping rod or bottom fishing rod, or however you want to call it. However, these 2-ounce sinkers do a good job of keeping things still. Another situation that I have here is various sizes of split shot. As you can see, nope, hold on. Anyway, but you can see here, little split shot sinkers there. Oh wait, wrong side. You're supposed to go over there, you're supposed to go there. Alright. And let's see, that does it for this tackle box. This is my Sharps and Jig tackle box. It's also where I keep all my rescued bait, rescued jigs that I find, rescued lures. There we are, that's the one. Like this guy I happened to find on my last fishing trip. He needs a little cleaning, and he needs some new eyes. And, well, yeah. So this will be a cool addition to the topwater situation. I don't want to go out on a limb and tell you exactly what it is, because in the fishing world there's a million names for a million things, and what appears to be a walker or what appears to be a diving crankbait may not always be. So whatever this guy is, he's a thing. He has no hooks on him, but I'm gonna fix that. Let's see here. Various hook sizes. Now, when I very first started fishing again, I bought hooks that came with a small leader on them from Strike King, or I don't know, Eagle Claw. That's the one, Eagle Claw. And I don't have too many of them left, but I went ahead and made little boards for them so that they could actually fit. Got number 4 hook, or sorry, number 4 hooks here. I got number 2 hooks here, and I've got number 6 somewhere specifically for crappie, but I can't seem to find them. Let's see. When I first started as well, I did not know too much about how to use jigs properly, or what all, you know, should be used. These guys We're in the discount bin. That is a Zoom motor oil and chartreuse tail U-worm tail, or U-tail worm. There we go. I have not even gotten a single bite off of them. There are these guys where the Amazon reviews said it was amazing, but I have no use for it. It's basically a nymph, but it's a little lizard and it's all blue. June bug, I believe, is what that's called. June bug. Anyway, but these guys, on the other hand, I happen to actually go out and do my research on. Now, if you don't have if you don't have live bait for things like crappie or bluegill, and you don't want to use a spinner, it's good to maybe use these guys. This is, I believe they're called the Double Threat 2-inch grub. I don't remember who they're from. However, a little bonus demonstration of how to set up set one of these guys up into a jig. We're going to be using I believe this is a number 4 or number 6 jig head, and there we are. What you're going to do is you're going to take the top of the soft bait, and you're just going to put the hook straight down into it. No bends, no curves, no nothing. You're going to follow that curve around the hook, and you're going to pop it out of the back. There we are. Just like so. Just like so. And then you're going to bring the top of the soft bait past the holding hook, if I can. There we are. You have your very own bait for bluegill, bait for crappie, whatever. This little dude does a little spinny bit, which is nice, and it seems to work. I've even caught a few bass on it, so there's that. Let's see. Various hooks of various sizes. Let's see, I have number 1/0. I've got a good ton of number 1/0 hooks. Oh, there we are. There you are, number 1/0s. I have number 5 offsets for my jigs. I have number 1/0 offsets somewhere around here for some reason. Oh yeah, there they are. If I ever happen to get a smaller situation, and it's a different type of offset, or a different brand rather. Anyway, so that's that. So now that we've covered this tackle and this gear, yep, you guys go in there. And we can take a look at my rods. So, starting from the smallest and working our way up, we're going to go to the ultralight first, which is actually might be one of my personal favorites. He has caught the second most amount of fish since I've got him. Right now I have him set up. The maximum line weight on this guy, it's a little 2-piece here, there we are. Maximum line weight on this guy is 6 pounds. What does that mean in the way of flexibility or broadcasting, or you know, it means that it is incredibly flexible. So you can literally just catapult bait out there, and it's kind of nice. Anyway, so I've got this reel that I am not able to pronounce the name of the brand. However, it is currently strung with 6-pound fluoro line. As you can see, you probably can't. It's very, very small and see-through. But hopefully my black shirt will have helped with that. Let's see. If I can just see it. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I've got a 6-pound line on an 8-pound reel on a 6-pound, yeah, ultralight setup. So that's a good little, oops, sorry. Good little thing. So, now that we have covered that one, so this guy's name, by the way, is the little boy. Oh! Second, we can move to Jake. Jake is an up to 12 pound, I believe. Is that right? Yeah, 6 to 12 pound line. 12 pound line, which happens to be strung with 12 pound line. Now the problem with Jake here is, even though he's a 12 pound line, I believe the reel can only handle up to 10 pounds. So, it's not bad. We're a little bit overstrung. But that's okay. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just a little bit harder of a fight. Now, this one is a medium action compared to the other one, which is an ultra light. It's still very flexible, but not quite as whippy as the little boy. Jake is my all-around rod. I'll use him for pretty much everything. And finally, we get to my personal favorite. I think I said that about every one of them, but I really like them all. Anyway, we get to my biggest favorite, the Fat Man. Okay, I currently have him strung up in an interesting setup, which I kind of made myself, and we might as well give her a test right here. Now, the Fat Man can handle up to 20 pounds, is that right? 25 pounds. Okay, well, we got this guy a little understrung. This is an Abu Garcia Black Max 3, Series 3. That's what this is right here. Oh, I forgot to say, let's see, little boy is a Shakespeare Durango. Let's see here. Jake is a Shakespeare Ugly Stick Light Pro. And this is a Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2 casting rod. Yeah, that's the one. Now, as you can see, Shakespeare and I mean, obviously they're not a sponsor, but at Shakespeare, if you want to, I would be completely down. Due to the durability, they're great. It's a great way to get started into the angling world, or with some of their more pricey products, get exactly what you want out of a rod. Now, speaking of rods, this guy can handle up to 25 pounds. Lieutenant Meowface is trying to eat the end of the rod. That's okay.